Still trying to get together, guys. And our podcast starts now. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot. Turn that down. Hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Motivation Monday. I hope you guys are well. I'm going to open this up so I can see a little better here. How you guys doing? Yes, so thank you guys for joining me. This is the first launch of the Motivation with Kimberly podcast. I am Kimberly, the K to the I to the M, and the M stands for motivation. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for coming on my first podcast. It has been absolutely amazing to be here and to have done this Motivation Monday for 3 years. I have been doing this for 3 years. And if you follow me, please follow me. If you don't, please follow me on YouTube, here on Facebook. And if you watch TikTok every now and then, I'll place something there, and also Instagram. But if you follow me, you will know that I have been doing Motivation Monday for a very long time. And so I am actually going to post the very first video. I went back to find it because I couldn't find it. You guys going to see me doing some adjusting here. I'm going to, hopefully I see, if I don't see you, I think I can see the comments. So this is live. This will be the first, probably, and only live that I do for the podcast. And I thought I would do both live and and recording at the same time. And as you guys can see, look at my set. How do you like my new set? Do you love it? Do you love it? I hope you do. I put a lot of heart, sweat, tears into designing this set. This set is actually in my home. It is my new studio. So welcome to my studio. This launch for today was just going to be for me, and just to introduce you guys the new direction that we're going with Motivation Monday. And yeah, so it's a lot to talk about today because I'm catching up on so much, and I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. And so yeah, so let's talk about why I'm just not coming back. Yes, it's been months. It has been months. But before we get into it, you know what we do. You know what we do. Bam. This is water and lemon. Oh, it's so good. I'm lime. I'm sorry. And those of you who can't see it, you just heard me take a drink on the podcast. But this says #1 mom. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says #1 mom, and I can't completely read what it says, but it has caring, serving size 1 super mom. And it says caring, multitasking, gosh, I can't see it because of the ice. Oh gosh, I can't read it. Hardworking, sleep, patience, and it has a percentage. Caring is 200%. Multitasking is 400%, which is me, absolutely me. Patience is 500%. Sleep 1%. 1%, which is so true. And then it says hardworking is 200%. Caffeine 110%. Now this is like one of the iced coffee cups that my daughter gave to me for, I think it was Mother's Day. She gives me so much, Christina. I just don't remember which one, but it could have been Mother's Day or my birthday. But it is so cute. And again, those of you guys who aren't seeing this, if you're listening on the podcast, it's like when you look on the side of a cereal box or, an item that you buy at the store, they have nutrition facts. So that's what's listed on the side of the glass. And it's a cute little wooden top and a clear straw. So, and it's water and it's lemon. You guys know I normally do my Dunkin'. I haven't done my Dunkin' in a minute. I still do Dunkin' every Monday. Didn't do it this Monday. Wanted to stay close to the studio, get things set up for today. It's a lot of work, guys. It's a whole lot of work. I want to show you guys around a little bit, but I don't know if you can see this. This is my my sound card. So those of you who've done studio work, who have done anything of that nature, you know what this is. And it has all of my instruments. I won't be using these things, but this is funny. Did y'all hear that? And this is funny. So it has little things on there. It has little, you know, just you know, it's a technical board, if you will, mini board when you're recording. So it's just like when you go into the recording studio. And those of you who know what I've done, I have done lots of studio work. So if you don't know me, if this is your first time, good morning, Rhea. How are you, my sister? Good morning. Welcome to Motivation Monday. Welcome to the K to the I to the M, and the M stands for motivation. I love you, sis. Thank you for coming. Hey, I am Neil. Hi, Neil. Neil is one of my wonderful followers. He is so supportive. Yes, I am back, and I have so much to talk about today. So we're going to spend about an hour, the next hour, just connecting, reconnecting. I want to catch you guys up on what I've been doing. The last Motivation Monday, I believe that I did. I think I was in Ghana, I believe. And that would have been in April of this year. So those of you know that I have a nonprofit, and I travel back and forth to Ghana. Of course, I have a wonderful husband there as well. But we both have a nonprofit, and I travel back and forth to see him, be with him. And we have a nonprofit organization. And so I'm there twice a year. So I believe that was the last time that I did Motivation Monday. I believe that was the last time. I can't remember. But with that being said, it's been a minute, and I took a break. So today we're going to talk about I want to give you guys kind of some heads up on what we're doing for the podcast and moving forward, what Motivation with Kimberly looks like. It is, first of all, I have 2 YouTube channels. So I have just created a new YouTube channel that says Motivation Monday. Hey, who's that? Rhonda. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Sissy, how are you? Oh gosh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Sissy. Thank you so much. I'm going to be reading some of the comments because, again, we're doing the podcast. So those of you who aren't watching or listening to the podcast, you need to see what's going on. So just people saying good morning, and Neil said she's back, and Ronnie just said congratulations. Hey, sis, you look amazing. Love your life living. And I love you so much, sis. You and I have evolved. And we have got to get together. As a matter of fact, you should come on my podcast. Let's talk. Let's talk about that. I would love to have you on. And then also my sister Rhea is coming on as well. She's going to come on virtually. So yeah, so just moving forward, it's a whole different direction. And the focus will be self-care. Self-care. We're going to talk to moms and dads who have children on the autism spectrum and what they're doing to navigate life. And we're going to talk about current events. You know, we do that. We're going to still talk about current events. So, but let's take a minute and just embrace my new set, right? Can we just love on my new set for a minute? Because I put so much hard work into this new set. So I wish I could show you guys the entire room. Let's see if I can pan over. You know what? I'll do that in another video. I don't want to mess nothing up because it took me a long time to set this up this morning. But as you can see, I have a great backdrop. I have lots of flowers. What you can't see is I have greenery all around this room. It is green and white, and I went with white. All the furniture is white. I have a white ottoman sitting here, white love seat, this sofa. And of course, a couple of elements of color. We got a little fluffy pink in there. And if you can see good on the video, you may or may not be able to see, but the sign back here, the M M stands for motivation. And the Kimberly and the XOXO, the love up there, those are all pink. They're in pink. So that was the element of color that I wanted to bring in. And so you'll see, you know, different elements as we move along. But the purpose of me doing that was, hey, Sister Aura, how are you? Thank you so much. How are you doing? Oh, I love you. Thank you all for coming and saying hi to me. So the purpose of the white, everything here is white. The base of it is white. There's elements of greenery, as you can see. We know that plants represent life, okay? And then we have the splash of color, because y'all know I'm colorful. Y'all know I bring the color when I come in the room. You know that. So this is about living, enjoying life, but also breathing. Breathing in life, breathing in the blessings of God, breathing in the love of those surrounding you, breathing in, because guys, we know that right now we are in a time where it's very, very, very hard for our country and the world. You know, just saw this morning, I typically watch Good Morning America, and I also watch the Today Show. So I watch Good Morning America from 7, if, you know, because I'm up early, from 7, you know, as I'm moving around until like 9. And then from 9 to 10-ish, I watch the Today Show, the third hour Today Show. And, you know, one thing that happens is, you know, unfortunately, we've got such hate in this world. Such hate in this world, and people are being killed and dying, and there's so much going on. But because of that, we have to make sure we take care of this. Okay, yes, I need to charge my battery's low. Okay, we'll do that. We need to take care of ourselves, our mental health. Hold on one second. I need some help. Again, this is live, guys. This is live. Latifa, can you get my charger for my computer? It's plugged in on the side of my bed. And it's inside of, oh, it was on the strip. I think Khalil didn't bring it down. But it should be either on my bed or on the side of my bed. So yeah, we gotta keep it moving, because we gotta keep it moving. So this is live. This is live, you guys. And so shout out to Latifa. She may come or not. Yes, there she is. Thank you, Latifa. Okay, can you do me a favor and plug this into... Latifa, you can say hi. Can you come on the camera and say hi? There she is. Okay. Latifa is fabulous. Here we go. Here's the bottom. And then this goes in the side. You see the strip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want my live to leave. There we go. There we go. Yay. Thank you. Latifa's a lifesaver. Latifa actually helped me to build this set. We don't need no men. We don't need men. She helped me build the set. So it was really actually a fun experience, because that was my first time actually just ordering things off of the internet and just having a vision. And I knew what I wanted the vision to be. And we put it together. And it was kind of stressful at first, because it was like, okay, this doesn't match and that doesn't match. But we put together the entire... Okay, sorry guys. Keep getting this message popping up. But we put together the entire set ourselves. And I did most of the elements on my own. And everything is built. Everything was built, from the cabinets you see in the back here, the bookcases in the back, to the actual couches I'm sitting on. These were built by us. We did this. The ottoman, the tables. Can't see the tables. There's 2 gorgeous end tables. All of the stuff you see here, we put together. So girl power. Girl power. So, you know, I just wanted to talk about, you know, love in life and receiving and putting yourself in a space to where you can receive, but also to learn to embrace the moment. So I want to be a little transparent. You guys know I always do. If you've not followed me, please follow me, like, subscribe, and share on YouTube, my Facebook, and all of that stuff. Please follow me. Please share this video. Please share the link to the video. I don't know why this is happening. Hopefully it won't knock me offline. So guys, being transparent, and I always will be transparent, is I needed time for self-care. So you wonder, well, what happened? You were gone for months. I have been gone for months. And I left because I needed time to take care of Kim. I did. So some of you who know, you may or not know me, I have 5 children, and all of them are have a special need. I have 4 kids on the autism spectrum, and I have 1 daughter with a congenital heart defect. And although I have an adult children, 2 of my adult children I'm still responsible for. My other 2 girls who are adults, one lives in Arizona. Hi, Kendra, my baby, my firstborn. And then there's Christina, who's my middle girl, who has the congenital heart defect. So mom has had to be completely involved in their lives, intricately involved in their lives, just from the very beginning. I have always had to be involved. With that comes challenges, and you have a whole lot to do. And that is what we're going to talk about here on this channel now. We're going to talk about, again, current events. We're going to talk about how to navigate life. And it's not just going to be me all the time. You're going to hear from other people. I'm going to have some awesome guests coming. I'm so excited. People that you may know in the media. You may know them. Some you may not know. You'll be introduced to. I'm very, very excited. If you are locally here in Ohio, where I live, you probably know some of these people. And I say Ohio for a reason, not just the city, but Ohio. You'll know some of these people, and they're going to be contributing to this podcast and to this channel. So I'm excited about that. So I had to take a break. I had to take a mental break. Sometimes you have to step back. And I'm talking to those of you who may be overwhelmed. If you are like me and you have multiple children that you're responsible for, unfortunately, my former husband died, and so I had to take care of these kids by myself. And then thankfully I found an amazing man, but he's not here to help me, on a daily basis. He helps as much as he can from afar, but ultimately I am responsible on a day-to-day basis for my children. And that's not just it. I have a business I'm trying to run. I have 2 households I'm running. I have the nonprofit that we're running, the nonprofit is not work for me. Like, I just need to say that. The nonprofit is not work. And let's talk about the nonprofit for a minute. If you are not aware, it is called the Reese Mensa Foundation. Please go to our Facebook page. Also go to our website, www.reesemensafoundation.org. We are in the process of building a resource center in Ghana, West Africa. We also serve families here locally. I want to also mention on this live and on this podcast, if you live in the greater Cincinnati area and you have a child on an IEP or 504, specifically that has autism, we would like to serve you. So please go to our Facebook page, inbox us, send us a message, hey, I heard about your organization. I have a child on the spectrum. Just let us know, and then I will let you know some of the things that we have right now for you. So please do that. So we serve families here in our area in 3 counties here in the state of Ohio, and we serve families in Ghana, West Africa, who are on the autism spectrum. So want to make sure that you guys know what we're doing and why I work so hard for the nonprofit. We've got to get this building built. Like, it's necessary, like yesterday. And to give you kind of a layout about what it looks like there in Ghana, in Africa in general, when you purchase land, it's very different from here in the States. Completely different. Here, you don't have some of the challenges you have there. So there, you can buy land, right? Thankfully, my husband has a relationship with the chief who we bought the land from. And so we don't have to worry about it being sold under us. And that happens. Somebody will sell you some land, and then somebody will undersell you to somebody else. And your land's your land, and you have the paperwork and all that, and then they'll sell to somebody else the same land. That happens. Fortunately, we have a relationship with the chief, and our chief actually works for the government. So we are very, very happy about that. So we don't have that problem. But what we need to do is got to get a wall up. So right now, our immediate need is roughly $5,000 that we need to raise immediately to get this wall built immediately. So that's that. So we are needing that immediately, like when I say now, like yesterday, because what we don't want to happen is for squatters to come on. So that's one of the problems and the issues that we've had. The other thing is we've got to get this the resource center built itself and get our programs going. So we're building the resource center. We're going to have we're building a farm there on our land. We've got 3 more plots we need to buy so we can complete our vision. So the vision is to have the resource center. The resource center will provide skills and training for the local people in the village, also allow them to be for entrepreneurship. So we're going to have a farm. We're going to grow and raise crops, have them buy it from us at a very minimal cost. So for example, in Ghana, West Africa, a tomato will probably run you, right now it's a little high, but I'm going to say, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 tomatoes, 30 CD. I'm actually going really low. It's really higher than that. I'm just giving you an example. Here, I'm going to give you an example here. Say you buy 2 tomatoes, it's going to cost you $2 or $3, something like that, right? Maybe 90 cents for 80 cents for 1 tomato, right? So what we would do, that's the cost of it. We would sell the tomato to the village person for 10 cents, right? And then they can then make their profit. We're not trying to make a profit, but what we're doing is we're teaching entrepreneurship, because unfortunately, because if you're in a certain area, you've never really farmed. The farming land is out. It's not in that area. So they need to learn how to grow food there. And then we serve families, again, with children on the autism spectrum. We provide food, clothing, things of that nature for the children. But we also train the families and the parents and stuff on how to basically to take care of their children. And then also job training. So we've partnered with a resort who said, if you can train these people on hospitality, we will hire them. And because hospitality training is very, very much needed, because Ghana is one of those tourist countries, and lots of people come to visit, and they need to learn how to learn hospitality. So that's just one of the areas that we're doing. So just kind of want to give you guys an idea on that. So let's talk about the subject at hand. We always talk about a subject. I want to talk about, though, a couple current events. I hope you guys are praying for our country. I hope you're paying attention to what's happening in our world. It's a lot going on. I hope you're paying attention. I hope you are. And I hope you're praying. I hope you're praying for our leadership, whatever that looks like in the next few months. I hope you vote. I just hope that you are in prayer, because we know none of these people are perfect, and none of them will do exactly what we want. But what we want to be careful is we don't elect someone in office that does not have our best interests at heart. That's what we need to make sure you do. I'm not going to tell you how to vote, but I will say, please vote for someone who has your best interests at heart, and who loves the country, and who is putting the country first as opposed to their own agenda. That is what's important, right? So just want to throw that out. Did you guys see The Forge? If you have not seen the Forge movie, go see The Forge. Go see The Forge. It is amazing. It is amazing. The Kendrick brothers produced this. They've done other movies. The other movies they have produced is Overcomer, War Room. If you've not seen War Room, I suggest you see War Room before you go see The Forge. But go see The Forge while it's out in theaters. Like, I'm going to go and see it again. Like, it is so good. And I also suggest you if you have a son, take your son. But if you are a mom, a single parent, if you know of a single parent, if you have a business, like when I tell you there's so many layers to this movie and it hits so many aspects, go see the movie, right? I'm not going to tell you about it, but I will tell you it is phenomenal. Okay, go see the movie. Now, there's this movie that is out. I haven't seen it and I don't want to see it. And I say I don't want to see it because I'm sorry, I'm closing out these boxes that keep popping up. The reason I don't want to see it is because I understand that it has some. Hi, Mary. How are you? I'm sorry I didn't see you. You came in about 3 minutes ago. Hi, Mary. It is called The Deliverance, I believe it is. And Audra Day is starring in it, and Monique, and okay, so from what I've seen, it's like The Exorcist or something. And I'm going to tell you how I feel about those movies. Now, it's up to you. Some people said, nope, they're not going to see it. Nope, nope, I'm that person. I'm not going to see it. And I'm going to tell you why. And I don't want to knock anyone's groove down, or their vibration, or their business. I don't want to knock anyone down. But as a personal choice, I have to guard my heart with all diligence, right? So from what I'm hearing about the movie, it is like that of The Exorcist. I saw The Exorcist as a child. Someone did a poll recently and they said, what movie scared you so much you would never see it again? Or that one is The Exorcist. I will never see. The other movie I saw that bothered me is called Braveheart. I will never see that movie again. Oh my gosh. It was a great big movie. It was a wonderful movie, I guess, in the box office and all that. But it was triggering for me. There's a couple of scenes that were very triggering, and so I will not see that. Guys, my earphone just came out. Okay, I need to get a headset, but I don't know if I want a headset, so I don't like stuff on my head, so that's why I'm using earphones today, earbuds. So I just have to be very careful about what I see and what I take myself to see, and what I expose myself to, what I expose my children to. You got to be careful about these things. You really do. Because sometimes it can get to the point to where, you are opening yourself up to so many things that it can affect your mental health. It can affect how you function throughout the day. You got to be careful. You have to guard your heart with all diligence. You got to be careful what you go see. Has anybody seen the movie that's watching? If you're listening, have you watched the movie? I want you to tell me what your opinion is of it. I want to support, feature films, especially those who are films that are people of color, because we know that we have to really support each other. And as far as the economics go, we know that there are different groups that support each other very, very well. We know the Asians, the Hispanics, we know that they support each other very, very, very well. And continental Africans support each other very, very well. But those of us in the African American community, we're doing good. We're doing better than we used to. But I think we need to step it up in supporting each other. So I understand, who the producer is and the director and all that. And I would love to support it. But again, I'm afraid to subject myself to something that's going to bother my spirit. Lee Daniels. Okay, so Neil is saying Lee Daniels is the king of dark material. I did enjoy The Butler, though. Okay, I didn't see that. So I have a question, Neil. I don't know if you know this or not, but is the movie like that of The Exorcist? Because if it's like, sometimes you have these, I like suspense movies. I will go to see a suspense movie in the theater. That I will go see. But if it's that scary and dark, those I stay away from. So what is your opinion on that? Is it a dark, dark movie? Or is it, turn this mic a little bit more. There we go. Is it a dark movie, or is it something that, I won't say it's lighthearted, but you know how sometimes some of these films have little funny moments in it and funny elements, but they're still scary? Those I'll watch. Those I'll watch. I will tell you what movie that I love, but I won't watch again. And that's The Passion of the Christ. I'm going to tell you, I watched that movie one time when it first came out, and I cried and boo-hooed through the entire movie. It was so disturbing to me. There were scenes that were so disturbing. I just couldn't do it. Neil is saying he hasn't seen it, The Deliverance, but I've heard many of the same things you have. Okay, so I just need to make sure. You know, you guys know I come on and I review movies all the time. I go see a movie, and I review movies. Like, for example, again, it's been months since you guys seen me. Since you've seen me, we've seen Despicable Me 4. We've seen what do we see? Oh gosh, what's the movie about the feelings? Oh jeez. Oh gosh, somebody help me. What's that movie? We saw it. Oh my gosh, you know, with all the emotions, and then somebody come back to me if you hear me. If you're on here, if you're watching, please text me what it is. We would see the movie. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. And then we saw, we saw so many movies that were kid-friendly movies. So we saw those throughout. We saw all the kid movies that came out this summer. We saw all those. And again, I saw The Forge. But I want to talk about the movie with the feelings. So, guys, oh, geez, what's it called? Oh, my goodness. I can't think of the movie right now. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, somebody will remind me. Let me see if I can do a search on it. But anyway, let's talk about that movie for a minute. When I figure out the title, we'll come back to it. But what was really great about, I saw the first movie. The second movie, they introduced more feelings, right? One of the feelings that they introduced was anxiety. Okay? Anxiety. So, again, we're talking about self-help. We're talking about a lot of different things today. Anxiety can be good and it can be very bad for you. Now, let's talk about, and in the movie, if you've not seen the movie, it's not in theaters right now anymore. Now it's on, I believe, on like Peacock or Hulu or something like that. I don't remember. But one good thing about the movie and about how anxiety played a role in the movie was anxiety helped in a certain way. So if you don't know the premise of the movie, it is a young girl, and inside is her feelings. And so her feelings all each have a character, right? So when the other two were introduced, she became a teenager at this point. So what happens when a teenager, those teenage feelings happen, right? So anxiety was one of those, and anxiety helped her in some ways, but in some ways it caused a problem. And the other emotions had to kind of come in and get anxiety together. So, not going to give away the whole movie. You need to go see the movie. So, don't just take my word for it, but go see the movie. But let's talk about that for a minute. How sometimes our emotions and our feelings can help us in certain situations. So, I can talk about myself. So, although I have been doing theater, I have done public speaking, I've done so many different things over the years, I still get butterflies. You all know I've been singing, performed all over the country and abroad. I've had the opportunity to do that. I still get butterflies. Right? So I think what happens with that is anxiety. You know, when you get anxious over you're thinking about it. It does kind of help you to get motivated or to kind of deal with it. But what also needs to happen is that you're calm. You say, okay, chill out, calm down. This is going to be okay. You figure this part out. Now let's move on to this. So basically, our emotions can help us to navigate life. And even anxiety can be an issue, but anxiety can also be a good thing for us. So I think that was the whole purpose of that particular movie. And it was really, really good. Again, I want to tell you guys about the movie. So my question to you, as we come to a close for this first Motivation with Kimberly podcast, and me coming back after several months being on sabbatical, if you will, from a Motivation Monday. Let me ask you guys a question. What are you doing to take care of yourself? And I have had this done before. I've talked about this before. I've had these videos before about self-care. One thing I did do while I was on sabbatical is I got my mammogram. I got EKG just because my doctor wanted to get it done. The next thing is a colonoscopy, and I'm getting my teeth done. I think you guys talked about how I lost a few because of being pregnant and what it did for me. And you gotta kind of take care of yourself, ladies. Take the calcium. So what are you doing for self-care? What are you doing to take care of yourself? Now, in this moment, in this time, in this particular year that we're dealing in right now, this time of in our country and in the world, what are you doing to take care of yourself? Like, I have some plans in place. I don't know about you guys, but I have some plans in place. I have some plans to make sure that my children, my family are okay. And that can cause anxiety. This whole world situation can cause anxiety. And you're going to have some anxious moments. But the purpose is to take care of yourself. Try to take care of yourself. Make sure that you stay centered. Make sure that you pray, that you meditate, that you read the Word of God, that you read positive affirmations, that you read great books that are self-help books, books that encourage you. Put yourself around people who are encouraging. I got to the point to where something happened and I had removed myself from everyone. And that was a part of that sabbatical. It took me, it was great because when it did happen, it was right before I was going to leave to go to Ghana. I said, great, this is perfect timing, God. I hear you. I'm getting up out of here. I'm going to Ghana. I'm going to do what I need to do. I hear you. And during that time, I had to forgive. I had to forgive. I had to forgive people who did things to me, people who I cared about, who I was supporting, and threw me under the bus. I had to forgive leadership in my life that I don't feel quite handled my heart and my soul very well. As a leader in an organization, you have a responsibility. You do. And you have responsibility to take care of the people who are under you. I'm going to catch up here because Neil just said, he said TMI, but I had a colonoscopy last Monday. Exercise more and try to eat better, not getting any younger. That's right. You know what? First of all, it's not TMI. You know what, Neil? One thing that we have to do, and I'm speaking to people of color. I'm speaking to African American community and Black people, right? Black people, Africans, whatever. We've got to do better about being transparent, okay, with discussing our health, our mental health, our physical health, our sexual health, our interpersonal relationships, our relationship with our children, relationships with our families, relationships with our spouses. We've got to be okay with being transparent about that, because guess what? Sometimes you need help in that. Sometimes you need help navigating through that. You do, and sometimes people don't quite get it. They don't quite get that. Even if you are transparent, and we all know that, and I've said this before in other podcasts and other videos, that when in the African American community, we were always taught that what goes on in your house stays in your house. So basically, there was a not a distrust there, and it was merited because of what happened to a lot of families. Agencies would come in, take the kids away, or say they were being abused and they weren't, and the teachers would call 2 for 1 kid, things of that nature. Yeah, I get it. I get why our community has been so guarded. I get it, right? Well, it's a new day. It's a new day. And I think we have to learn from our ancestors and from those who came before us, but we also have to pave a new way for our children. And doing that, meaning it's okay to take care of your health. It is okay to have self-care and to take care of yourself. It's okay. And so with that, that's not TMI. I'm glad you got your colonoscopy. We're supposed to get it at this age. I was supposed to get mine way before I turned 50. Way before, because my mother died of colon cancer. And that was the most devastating thing in my life. I've had things happen, but losing my mom was the most devastating thing ever in my life. But she is so with me. She's still with me. Every day she's with me. I know she's with me right now. And I know she's proud of me because I'm following what God and the Holy Spirit has told me to do. And I'm being obedient. And I know she's proud. And I know that she's proud that I'm creating and bringing those elements that she taught me. Right? I know she's proud. So yeah, so at this point, I think what needs to happen is we need to, as a community, do better about being okay with talking about our mental health and not being worried about somebody saying, oh, you have a mental health problem, we're going to take your kids. You see what I'm saying? So we also have to advocate for each other so that doesn't happen. So, and yes, Neil, your mom, I know you miss your mom. But and I've said this before, everybody knows this, that Mrs. Hardy was my favorite teacher. Mrs. Hardy is the reason that I became an intellect. Well, my dad and my mom had something to do with that, of course, as well. But just the application of having her as a teacher and the stuff that she taught us and my whole purpose of wanting to travel was because of her. And she impacted so many of us. It was just phenomenal how much she impacted us. So, our moms are so special. And if you still have your mom today, love on your mama. Put aside any issues that you may have. Love and appreciate your mother. Please do. Even if your mom is not perfect, even if your mom does stuff to make you mad, you can get through it. I promise you can. I promise you can. Me and my mother we had our issues. We had our challenges because we're so much alike, I think. But we got through those challenges, and I was there when she died. God allowed me to be there when she took her last breath. If you have a mom who is currently living and you guys are having little problems, you're not talking to her, just, you know what? Sometimes we have to humble ourselves. And even though we are not wrong, we may not be the one who's wrong. Sometimes we have to humble ourselves and we have to say, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry. I got something else I need to fix, guys. Hold on one second. This is live. I got something that came loose. There we go. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry guys, had to fix that. I don't have anybody to do technical stuff for me. I'm doing this all by myself for right now. And I'm going to speak into the atmosphere. And I said I was going to do that today. I was going to do that on camera today and record this. I speak into the atmosphere that this platform will continue to grow. I speak that this platform will touch as many lives as possible. I speak that this platform will encourage people. I'll gain more followers. I will be able to, again, so much is coming. This is the first one, guys. So stick with me, please, because when I tell you, you're going to be very, very happy. When I tell you, you're going to be very, very happy of what we have coming. This platform is going to be wonderful, and it's going to grow, and it's going to impact the masses. And I speak that into the atmosphere. I speak it into the atmosphere. And I pray that it happens, and I'm believing God that it does what it needs to do, and that it's not necessarily about me. I have opened myself and submitted myself to God to use my platform here. I have roughly 5,000 followers so far. And I've asked God to use this platform to bless people and for me to open my life, because it's very deep and you guys are going to see a lot of it coming up. I have a book that is 2 books that are being completed. Once the books are done, you guys will see a whole lot of the transparency in those books. So I'm just speaking into the atmosphere that this platform will grow. It will touch as many lives as possible, and God be glorified in the midst of it. So, all right, Reese's Peace.